to live TV with me. Right, let's get down to business now. Who you surround yourself with is the most important thing. There is no point figuring out exactly what your goals are, putting a plan together, going off to make that plan work, and then being around people who are going, well, why are you doing that for? That's not going to work. Oh, I don't know why you bother doing that. You need to be around people who will encourage you, empower you, and build you up. And in the times when you're trying to reach for that big goal and you fall and you trip, you get knocked down, these people who you surround yourself with are there lifting you up. In fact, they shout at you and say, get back up, you can do it. Jim Rohn famously said, you become the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. So who are you spending your time with? Are the people in your reference group, are they people that you're inspired by? Are they people who are where you want to be? How do you pull yourself away from an environment that might not be enhancing? In Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, he talks about the Mastermind Alliance. He talks about an alliance, a group of people. It could just be one other person, but people who believe in you and people who are going for their goals too. There's also that quote, birds of a feather flock together. If your reference group are flying really slow and not going anywhere and bimbling through life, then it's very likely that you will too. Are you the most fastest, most intelligent, the cleverest, the most happening person in your group of friends? Because if you are, then you need to get a new group of friends. The idea of progressing and growing is you need to be elevated. You need to be around people who are either where you want to be or going the same way of where you're trying to get to. One of the biggest challenges I see that when I work with people on my seminars or on my 2-day workshops, or if I'm working with a client one-to-one, when we are working on the areas of growth and development, one of the biggest problems I have is that when they go home, the people that they're going home to aren't on that wavelength, aren't on that vibrational frequency, aren't thinking the same, and they often come back and say, you know, I've got all these ideas and when I'm with you I feel empowered and inspired. When I go home, my missus or my husband just looks at me and says, what are you trying to do that for? You know, for me, with me and my man, we work together, we read books together, we go on courses together, and we do so much together. There was a time when I started growing at a faster rate than him, and there did become a bit of a, you know, we were a bit struggling in our relationship. But what I realised was is if one of you's growing and the other one's staying the same, or one of you's learning new information and not communicating that back to the other person, then of course there will be communication. So it's so important that when you're learning things and you're experiencing new things, and if you want the people in your life who you love to be with you, then you have to share it with them, you have to educate them, you have to teach them. You know, I'd get home and say, oh, you know, you need to watch this video, I watched this really cool video that talks about goal setting, I think it's really good, can you watch it please? So it's not just me learning it and leaving him behind, it's about working together. And then vice versa, he might read a really good book and say, do you know what, you need to hear this, and it puts a spin on something else that you didn't know. But the most important thing is that you have to understand is that you have to be open. You have to be open-minded. It's so important to surround yourself with people who are on a mission and vibe with them and really get your head down and create this beautiful mastermind alliance of people who are on a mission. And that's how it works. But who you surround yourself with is so pivotal to your success.